We're talking about destiny swapping today. Now, what is destiny swapping? I'm glad you fucking asked. Destiny swapping is a spiritual, hysteric concept where one person convertly siphons another's blessings, opportunities, or light path while passing their own burdens or setbacks onto them. This phenomenon is discussed across various belief systems, though it is often viewed through the lens of a specific spiritual, religious, or new age context. In other words, it's fucking real. We can see it in everyday life. And let's look at some of the ways people try to destiny swap with you, shall we? But first, it usually starts from envy and mimicry. A jealous individual studies your habits, copies your ideas, like starting the same business and attempts to siphon your energy or glory. And how do they do that? Well, they'll try to make themselves look like you or be the bigger person while behind the scenes they're fucking with you, so you look more crazy and they look like the real deal. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. Spiritual cords. Some believe that energetic attachments, often referred to as soul ties, with cords formed through close relationships or sexual encounters, allowing someone to drain positive vibrations and hijack a person's preordained destiny. That's why y'all motherfuckers gotta stop sleeping with everyone you see out there, bro. Not just for the sake of not catching a disease, but also you don't get your fucking destiny swap, bro. This shit is fucking real. Please do not come in my comment section telling me, oh, this stuff is real, this is folklore. This stuff is literally real, bro. It's literally real. It's not even far-fetched to believe this stuff anymore in 2026, especially as someone who's almost had a destiny swap. Yeah, no. Don't come in my comment section talking about this shit's not real, because that's the fuck it is. Spiritual warfare, oh my god, the warfare. In certain religious or occult traditions, believers suggest that negative projections, hexed objects, or manipulation are used to derail an innocent person's life path. Wow. Very fucking familiar. I went through a lot of that shit, and I still came out on fucking top. Yeah, but y'all need to pay attention to these things, because these people, anyone who's jealous, you stay the fuck away from them, bro. Y'all need to really study on psychology, really pay attention and gain pattern recognition, bro. You can't just be cool with anybody, bro. You gotta watch your surroundings, who you surround yourself with, because these people you cannot be trusting out here, bro. They usually do the fucking manipulation, the gaslighting, and then they try to provoke you in front of other people and look like they're the fucking good guy. But it only works if you don't grow and change. But if you change and turn that shit into wisdom and not make that your character, you can regain your fucking self, because you went through a lot of trials and tribulations and learned everything. So now that you learned everything, you can get back to how you used to be. I remember my first destiny swap came from my own fucking mother, bro. That shit started when I was 12? And now I'm looking just like how I did when I was 12. Because during the warfare, I did not look like myself at all. I looked like a completely different person. I went through a lot of shit and came out on top. Like I talked about with destiny swapping, witchcraft is 100% a real fucking thing too, bro. I'm not gonna go too much into this as of right now, but it's definitely a fucking real thing. I don't care if you were told your whole fucking life that shit was fiction. It is fucking real, bro. How many things have they told you was fucking fiction, it wasn't real, but turned out to be fucking real? Come on, bro. There's no way you think we live in this big-ass wild world. This big wide world. Pause. And it's just so fucking bland, and there's no other extensions of life to it beyond what we're told. No, bro. This shit is fucking real out here, bro. People really out here be trying to destiny swap with motherfuckers. People really be out here slandering people's names, throwing projection. The power of the tongue. Words are spells. So when people talk trash on your name, they're sending energy towards you, negative energy. Y'all gotta learn this shit, bro. That's why I keep saying, do your fucking research and stop doom scrolling, bro. Learn. Energy harvesting is everywhere in society, and it bugs me that people don't know what the fuck it is and what shit is being used to harvest your energy. The literal definition of energy harvesting. Energy harvesting is the process of capturing and converting ambient, wasted, or surrounding energy, such as light, heat, vibration, or radio waves, into usable electricity. It allows small electronic devices to run without batteries or wired connections, making them highly sustainable and maintenance-free. Now, this is the literal definition. Let's look at the spiritual definition, because there's really no fucking difference. Spiritual energy harvesting refers to the extraction of your vital life force, energy, attention, or emotional labor by other people, institutions, or unseen systems without true reciprocal energy. I'm just gonna say that. It often leaves victims feeling chronically depleted, foggy, and disconnected from their own inner truth. Well. Energy harvesting 101. Fuck the Knicks. Fuck the Spurs. Fuck the World Cup. Bro, this is energy harvesting, bro. You're not getting nothing out of this. The whole time it's staged, and it's used to distract your life force from things that do not matter or are not real. And you're not getting nothing from this, bro, but wasted time. Come on, bro. As you looking like this afterwards? You just attended the game, you go home, you don't know what the fuck to do, because you just wasted time on something that was not that important for you, bro. And you're wondering, what should I do? And you probably just go and start doom scrolling. You just wasted energy, valuable time that you're never gonna get back. Come on, bro. Family doing any gossiping or any talking about or slandering anybody, bro, at a family gathering is a fucking coven, bro. Anyone who gathers at anybody and starts talking shit on other people is a fucking coven, bro. Any group of people doing that's a coven. Now, what is a coven? I'm glad you asked. A coven is a formalized, tight-knit group or assembly of witches or warlocks. Witches being the women and warlocks being the men, who gather regularly for rituals, magical workings, or communal worship, typically consisting of 13 members and led by a high priestess, a high priest, or both covens operate as dedicated spiritual or magical communities. Now let me break it down for y'all. So, let's say you have a family, and they hate on you a lot. Whenever there's a family gathering, you just mind your own business, you're doing your own thing, you're not even paying attention to them. They can be gathered in one corner, and you're not even worried about what they're talking about, because you don't really give a fuck. And they're just talking mad shit, bro. Just talking shit, talking about your name. There's millions of things to talk about, they're talking about you in the worst way possible. That's a form of spiritual witchcraft, bro. That's witchcraft. And honestly, it's fucking weird as shit too. You're a grown ass man and woman sitting there discussing another individual when they could be talking about other things. Some weird ass shit, bro. But let's talk about how it's spiritual witchcraft. Because first of all, gossip leads to manipulation, which alters and creates illusions, which is a form of fucking witchcraft. Witchcraft is fundamentally about exerting control of people or environments through pressure and manipulation rather than the truth. In this light, gossip uses words to manipulate others' perceptions, spread division, and control how people are viewed. We see this in every aspect of life, everywhere. Destructive power. These traditions emphasize that confirmation verb. These traditions emphasize that speech carries spiritual weight because gossip destroys reputation, shatters trust, and attacks a person's character. Is often compared to murder in the spirit or a verbal curse. Spiritual warfare. Leaders and theologians, whatever, often warn that gossiping invites spiritual darkness into communities and fractures unity, acting against the core principles of love and truth. And witches and warlocks, they don't know that shit. They don't know what love and fucking unity is. Fuck no. Hell no, they don't know that shit. This image is literally a fucking, like, from a movie. But that's what I'm saying. They put this shit like this in the movies and told you it was fiction. It doesn't have to look like this, bro. It can be, the shit in the movies is in everyday life. They just have you believe that the real deal, like the real depth of it is fiction. No, the fuck it's not. This is basically what people be doing at family gatherings. Having tea and biscuits and discussing the next person. Or you'll be at a family gathering eating dinner discussing the next person. Slandering when they could be worrying about their own selves. Now, what does that tell you about these people? It's very simple. They're a bunch of pussy ass fucking losers. Because half the time they don't even say this shit to your face. They do it behind your back. Because they know better. They know better. You have a high spiritual rank, or, they're just intimidated by you. That's why they're even discussing you in the first place. Take it as a badge of honor, but know how to maneuver the warfare, bro. Know how to maneuver. Now let's talk about karmics. Like, what is karmic? What is karma? What does all that shit mean? I'm glad you fucking asked. Karmic lessons are recurring emotional and situational challenges the universe presents to you to help your soul evolve. They often appear as repeated red flags, intense relationships, or deep fears. These experiences continue to cycle until you fully learn the lesson, just setting boundaries or releasing control so you can break the loop. And let me give y'all a couple examples. Let's say y'all have this relationship, and in that relationship you keep getting disrespected like crazy, and you think it's just them. And then you move on to the next relationship. You did no work whatsoever, you did no shadow work, you did no self-reflecting about what you just thought it was just them. Guess what? It's happening again. And then you think the same thing, you know what? It's that person too, maybe it's that person. Next person, it happens again. It's a cycle, bro. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome, bro. That's what karmic lessons are here to do. People think life is working against them. No, life is working for you, bro. Life is working for you. Like, come on, bro. Signs of a karmic lesson: repeated patterns. You constantly find yourself in identical draining situations or attracting partners with the same negative traits. Intense triggers, individual or event provokes an irrational, highly emotional reaction in you. This points directly to an unresolved inner wound. Fear confrontations. You are repeatedly put in situations that force you to face your biggest phobias, such as abandonment, commitment, and speaking your truth. We see this constantly. A lot of people nowadays, they act the same way because a lot of people are acting a lot in the same ways as each other because they're all conditioned to act a certain way. But life is like, nah, we're gonna give you the chance to prove yourself because life works for everyone, whether you like it or not. And a lot of people, unfortunately, the day they die are gonna be living karmic cycles and karmic patterns, and it's fucking sad as fuck. Because at what point do you realize you need to do work? How do you go your whole life without thinking you're an issue, bro? Like, the entitlement of these people is just fucking disgusting. Because some of these people really believe there's no such thing as karma. It's insane. I already went over the relationship stuff, but yeah, like relationships, like setting boundaries, saying no, prioritizing your own well-being over appeasing others, not being a people pleaser, releasing expectations. You don't romanticize anybody. You let time show up for itself. You don't romanticize anything. Understand you can't fix somebody else, and that bond must be a two-way street. Reciprocating energy, bro. Like, come on, man. True self-worth, realizing that what love is not, and finding value in yourself rather than seeking validation from others, bro. That external validation should be pissed to be the fuck off, bro. Like, bro, you do not need anyone to feel complete, bro. You do not, because you can't even find true love. Anyway, if you can't even love yourself fully without validation, how the fuck can someone else love you fully? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple, bro. So I want to talk more about destiny swapping again, because yesterday I made a video talking about it, and I kind of wanted to delve into it a little more, so let's get into it. I wanted to tap more into, like, how it is done. Like, it says energy draining and cord attachment. Narcissistic individuals or people practicing certain spiritual paths are said to attach energetic cords to targets, slowly bleeding their life force and opportunities. Now, as an example, they'll probably, like, try to do some bullshit, like, always have you in a state of confusion. Like, I'll give you an example with me. Like, when I was, like, 15, 16, like, my mom, my boys, like, typical narcissists, they will always try to, they'll be nice for a while, then they just snap and start acting all disrespectful, rude, and then I'll always go to my grandma's house. Then my grandma eventually will not want me over there anymore, and then I have to go back, and then the cycle keeps repeating. Eventually I call them to what was going on, and I'm like, fuck that shit, nah, fuck that, nah. So I just started ignoring. That's the best thing you can possibly do. That's why I keep telling, I preach on this channel, and I preach on my Instagram. Learn to shut the fuck up. Shutting the fuck up is the one thing that is beneficial. Like, just shut the fuck up. Mirroring and energy hijacking. A person closely observing you may begin intimidating your qualities, habits, or business ventures to siphon the natural momentum you have built. Now, what do you do for that? Someone mentioned in my comment history from my other video about this story. Mix up your fucking habits so you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Be unpredictable, and that's easy. And if you're someone who has like neurodivergent mind, it's very easy to be unpredictable because you're learning and growing every day. So you're naturally gonna change, not just because you don't people follow you, but because that's just who you are. Hex to object. Some people believe that malicious intent can be anchored into physical items like an exam pencil, or give the item to act as a conduit for swapping good fortune for bad luck. That's why you gotta watch who you're getting gifts from, bro. People have hidden motives and people done shit to you. Don't take no shit from them, bro. Manipulation in dreams. Certain practitioners or malicious entities are thought to mentally manipulate a target in dreams, coursing them to stray from their chosen divine path. Because if you're naturally, if you're a prophet, you get visions in your dreams, and they know that you can inflate your dreams, they can probably try to sway you. That's why you gotta learn discernment and decipher the difference and gain pattern recognition. Just talk about the fact that there's literally fucking shit online on how to do this. What kind of dumb? I know plenty of them who probably look this shit up and to try to do this. Bro, how miserable do you have to be with your own pathetic life to do this shit? Half the time, and let's be honest, 3/4 of the time, Destiny Swap does not fucking work, bro. It does not fucking work. It doesn't. And if it does, it only works for a little while, bro. But then once again, prophecy is gonna come true, and then everything is gonna get reversed, bro. Return to sender is going to be out this roof. That's what we're seeing right now in Revelations right now. That's what we're seeing.